Insider and outsider views of religion. Hi, I'm Dr. James Holt, and I'm currently writing a book about Islam, and I've written books about Sikhi, Buddhism, Hinduism, Judaism, and other religions. One of the questions that I'm often asked, sometimes with an implied criticism, is how can I write about religions that I don't follow? Surely I can't understand them. Within religious studies, this is sometimes explored as the insider-outsider debate. I write about my own faith sometimes as well, and in doing so as an insider, I have to step back and recognise that my interpretation of my faith is not the only one, and ask myself the question, am I presenting these beliefs and practices in a way that's honest? In terms of faiths other than my own, how can I represent their beliefs and practices in an authentic way? What I try and do is situate them in the lived experience of adherence, and also recognise that there are many different interpretations. I think this is a benefit as I'm a step removed and empathetic and understanding about the way religion is lived. But it's incumbent on me to ensure that I am representing the religions accurately and not imposing my own lens. When it doesn't happen that way, then it can lead to the questioning of my understanding. Let me share a couple of examples with regards to writings about my faith from people outside of the tradition. I must say that as a whole, the 3 books I'm going to mention are very good, and they're generally about religion, but they all get something slightly wrong about mine. The books are Holy Places, Pilgrimage, and A Little History of Religion. In one of these, Pilgrimage, which is not part of my faith, is described as happening to Cumorah, where the Book of Mormon was delivered to Joseph Smith. The book suggests that this is a crowning experience for Mormons, just as Mecca is for Muslims. This is problematic as the meanings for both are very different and just not true. The other 2 books name the church as the Church of the Latter-day Saints, which ignores the important aspect of faith in Jesus Christ. It was its name very briefly in 1830, but it was changed soon thereafter. One book also mentions the founder John Smith rather than Joseph, and sites such as the temple where he had his first vision, and the places that he and his followers stopped on their 3-month trek to Utah. Problem is, there's no temple where he had his first vision, it's a grove of trees, and Joseph Smith died in 1844 before the trek was undertaken to Utah under the direction of his successor Brigham Young. There are also other inaccuracies in the books with regards to the presentation of my faith. My concern isn't that writers misunderstand, but a quick conversation with an adherent would help understand how faith is understood in the lives of people today. Why I think both insider and outsider perspectives work, whichever we adopt, we need to do so carefully.